What's up? Gons here. Gonna make this video on these different sample modes and some issues that you might be running into when it's in regards to sample chopping or your sample going over to the next sequence, not how you want it. So we'll go into it right now. So I loaded up this sample from the Southern Hip Hop kit that Serato Studio has, as far as when it's newer packs, and I went ahead and made a drum track so you can hear that. Try to keep it pretty simple. And then I put in the No Love sample from that pack. So it sounds like this. So by default, it already created some cues. So the first thing is I have this mode on mono and I have it on trigger mode. So there's trigger mode and then you have hold mode here. So if I have it on hold, it's going to sound it's going to cut off right here. But if I keep dragging it out, it'll keep playing the rest of the sample. So say you hit this twice, you're repeating the first portion here because this is our first cue. I'm going to loop this here also. So if you didn't know, you can loop a bar or a certain section if you just hover over this here, click it one time. So you can have that looped on there. Okay. So then, say I move this up, it's going to play the second little chop right here. And then it's going to stop. Now, poly means if I keep pressing the chop, it's going to keep playing it over and over and over, like layering on top of each other. See how it just keeps layering, which sounds crazy. In hold mode, not really, but so I tend to stay on mono and trigger mode. So the issue happens when, say, you don't have a perfectly cut loop and you make another section, and I call it like spillover of the sample. So say we made this one 2 bars, and I had it where I just triggered it one time, and I'm going to go to the next section. See how it keeps going? So if you wanted it to perfectly cut at the end of this, what you have to do is, if you notice, there's a little marker here and a little marker here, like right there and right there. This is the start point. This is the end point. So see how I'm creating this region now? So now what I would do is just move this to where I want it to end, and it'll end there. So see how I went too much? I can move this over to try to get it right on point. So I gotta move it a little bit more. If I need help with that, I can hit the little freeze and zoom in and really dial in right there. So now I'm going to go to the next section, see if it cuts it off. Boom, done. So now, say I made another chop here. And again, if you don't want to mess up this or accidentally delete it, hit the favorite on that chop. Now it won't disappear on you. Adjust that cue. And then let me add a little drum beat to this real quick. Boom, tap, boom, tap. Add a hi-hat real quick. Okay, something there, something simple. So like with this, if I made a little chop and I ended it with this one here, it's gonna keep going. So I'm gonna have it to where it stops here. Let me record that real quick. So say I didn't make this region and I left it like this. In the context of this scene, it's going to sound fine. But when I add another scene, that's where you're going to hear the difference. So say I made an empty clip. It's going to keep going, and I don't want that to happen. So watch. Go to the next scene. Say I didn't want to do that. I would have to put this little region or endpoint. So now when I go to the next scene, it'll stop. Which I should have cut it a little bit shorter. So like right there. Try it again. There you go. And then we're to the next one. So just wanted to just show you guys some kind of sample tips there. So just remember, this is hold mode where you have to engage as far as how far you want this to play. Because if not, it's going to do that and you have to extend it. I typically don't use that mode depending on the situation. I primarily use the mono and trigger mode. So when you're in trigger mode, if you want a specific section to cut at a certain time, set regions. Remember, just move the little flag around. And that should be it, man. So this is Gonz. Have fun sample chopping. Peace.